Hello, everybody, and welcome to another stream of tabletop reviews brought to you by Tabletop Junkie, which is me. Sorry, I'm a little tired this morning. I've been acclimating to a new job, so it's been going, eh. But anyway, I'm gonna sit here and do this review as chipper as possible today. So this is the Talislanta Worldbook, which is pretty basic, but this has everything that you need to know about the world of Arceus. I think the world is called Arceus. I did find that out. Witch King told me, I think previously in a stream of one of my other reviews about a week or so ago. And yep, the world is called Arceus, but the main continent is Talislanta. And I did count the number of continents we do have, including Talislanta. We have like this book actually reveals that we have actually got a dozen of continents, six of which are unknown, such as the map of Elsadon, the map of Altarius, the map of Celadon, map of Dreknar, map of the Lost Continent, map of the Midnight Realm, and map of Temisia, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have the map of Talislanta, which is literally got everything in there about Talislanta. Each one actually talks about, each map actually talks about all their countries and kingdoms and city-states that they do have. But Talislanta being the most fleshed, I think Talislanta being the most fleshed out one. The other ones, they do have some information, but it's like only a few pages long. I think the longest one I've seen so far is 6 pages. So, whereas, if you want to be honest, and that is the map of Elsadon, or Elkadon. The biggest other map besides Elkadon, that's the second biggest, is Elkadon. The first biggest is, of course, Talislanta, because you got the 7 kingdoms, and then you got the wilderness of Zoran, the eastern lands, the desert kingdoms, the northlands, the central regions, the wild coasts, the far isles, and the western lands. I don't think I said that. And in here we actually do have maps. I'm actually going to show that off real quick. As you can see, we have a map right here. Nice little small map. And it actually does have, the scale of 1 inch equals 825 miles. So, and I think we have everything but Talislanta. This is everything the world of Arceus. Nope, we got Talislanta right here. Right there. So, yeah, it's got the complete world in it. I figured we that map wouldn't have that. I figured because Talislanta is usually the main continent that everything takes place on. And I think they even have a bigger map. Oh, yeah, right there. There's the map of the Talislanta continent. So, and as you guys can see, this does go into extreme descriptions. Oh, wow, in the 7 kingdoms. And they even separate it and showed you maps there. 1 inch equals 75 miles. Yeah, this is a very detailed book. I love how detailed this is. This actually gives you insight into the world of Talislanta itself, or into the world of Arceus, and into the continent of Talislanta itself. We're not going to go through all this, but you can kind of see how detailed it is from the screen share. We're going to shut that off, though. Yeah, I am going to have a description. You can find this under the second edition book. And then we are going to skip to the very end because, like I said, you can see how you saw how detailed it was. It's very detailed, old style artwork, but that's because this book, I believe, was published in. It says, I think it says around 1990. So yeah. Well, we are going to skip to page like 150 or so, to actually take a look at the Elkadon Society. And they actually have history of the continent of Elkadon, and it's actually a flying continent. They have the history, the present age, the sanctum, the laws and customs, and stuff where you could actually build a custom adventure or your own story around that. And each of the places are actually each of the other continents have the same detailed. It's very well detailed. And actually, you have the map of Alterius right here. We're going to show that off. Look at that. This is very well detailed. This is actually a must-have regardless if you're playing first or second edition or even third edition. Look at that. So that's the continent of Elkanon. Yeah, they have really, the creators went all out when they made this. This is definitely a must-have. Look how detailed this is. This is very detailed. This gives you everything you'll ever need to know about each and every place. Look at that. You know the locations. You can just draw your own adventure from this. So, while visiting an alien world, they basically give you all the details that you'll ever need to know on it. So, I definitely have to say there's really not much else to go into. It is a world book. It's going to give you the description of each continent of the entire world and each location that's located in that continent. Now, like I said, Talislanta is the biggest one because it's got the most population, while the others, have lesser population, but at the same time, still have a lot of locations and great detail that went into each one. So, I honestly would say that this is actually a must get. I will have a link to it in my description. There's nothing really negative about that. It is for the time that it was written. It's just very good. I did love going through it. I did love reading it. I felt very much insightful. It is very well detailed in my book. But that's my rating on it. That's my review. So I would say please check that out. Hopefully we'll get some people who are, if anyone's watching, hopefully you did enjoy this review. It was not very long. It was literally 8 minutes, but there wasn't much to go into. We could have probably gone deeper into the some of the Desert Kingdoms. The Desert Kingdoms are my personal favorite, but why would I spoil all that when I was just trying to do a review? Because there is so much in there. The Desert Kingdoms are my favorite. I did like the culture of the Jaffa. I think is the Jaffa. It starts with a D, but I count the D silently. It's DJAFFA. I did like the Desert Kingdom and the Dune ships. It reminds me of the book and of the movies Dune, because it does take place in the desert. There's a lot of places to explore in Arceus alone. There's a lot of places to explore in Talislanta, let alone Arceus, and I don't want to spoil any more than what I already have. I will probably have to start putting in spoiler alerts when I'm doing some of these reviews, especially if they deal with world books, because really, there's really not much else we could go into, not much else we could really say about this, without actually spoiling some of the fine print. And if you want to check it out, if you're interested in checking out world books and seeing what it is, that one I do have to say is very well detailed. So they did put a lot of heart. I felt like the creators did put a lot of heart into it. So I am very happy to say that. So hopefully we can get someone who sees this video that could back up my review on this one, say, yeah, he's right. I'm glad he didn't spoil anything for you guys, because there is a lot of surprises in there, a lot of twists. So I do recommend please checking it out for yourselves. So yep, I will have a description in my. I will have a link. I will have a description in my description. I will have a link in my description. There's really not much else to say or show off. It is literally just a world book, so it just tells you all about the world and about each and every culture that's in the world, as well as all locations and continents. I did not know Elkanon was a flying continent. I just found that out just now, and I read that book a couple times. So, a lot of interesting stuff to find out about a world where there's no elves. There is nothing in it that people can say, oh, I know this from this game. No. That is what makes Talislanta so unique and original. So, well, that is all that I have at this time. I've pretty much stretched this out as far as I can. I don't really need you guys listening to a rambling person for 20 minutes about a review. I mean, I've already given it my best props that I could give it. I did show you the highlights of it. There's really no downfalls with the book because it is just a world book. It's not like Doesn't offer up any additional character creation or nothing like that. It just offers you insight on the continents, the locations in each continent, kingdoms and stuff like that, and cultures, laws, and customs and all that stuff. So it does actually come complete, as it states it is a world book. So I don't think it really has any shortfallings. I didn't see any when I read it. As I just said, even as I just went through the review with you guys, I actually discovered some additional stuff that I didn't know about before. So, that's the other thing. We got dune ships and airships and stuff like that. You guys should check into how the airships work, because there is a nice, I don't want to say game mechanic, but there's a nice story about how it works with the air crystals. So it's very possible that there's fire crystals, crystals with elemental abilities, because there are crystals that they can mine to make air crystals that cause airlift with airships. It is very interesting. Maybe we should cover that in a video at some point in time. But that won't be today. This was just strictly on the world book and on the cultures and customs of Talislanta, a world completely alien to people because it is completely original. There is no orcs, elves, or humans. It is just made-up creatures, and it's just amazing. It is just amazing. So, all right, well, that's everything that I have at this time. So I'm definitely going to just wrap this up because, like I said, at this point, I'm just rambling. I give it my props. Please check it out. I will have a link posted to it in my description. So go check that out if you're interested. All right, everybody. This is Tabletop Junkie telling you guys to work hard, play hard, game on, everybody. My famous Tabletop Junkie salute. Have a great and wonderful day.